Hey, what's up my future friends? This is Kite0080 from Musics to Hang Up. This is the weekly news for Future Funk in Vaporwave for May 18th to May 24th. We're going to be talking about some concerts, some scene news, physical releases, and even some digital ones that might be coming out. First up, the one that's on everybody's mind, 100% Electronicon. I hope everyone got their tickets. For those that didn't see my updates, I am going to be going. They sold out in the first hour, and 600 tickets sold in the first 15 minutes. And then they had a second run that actually they had 100 other tickets that were available. And again, those sold out in about 60 seconds. So it's gonna be a massive show, 3 stages, huge audience, great lineup. I hope to see everyone there. Definitely let me know if you're going so we can definitely hook up. One name that you see on the bill, which is interesting, maybe we know him now as Skylar, but he's better known as Saint Pepsi. And this is a big deal for multiple reasons. First, in about 2014, I believe, there was a legal dispute between him and Pepsi, which just sucks because, you know, it's a name, Saint Pepsi. He's not playing totally off of Pepsi in itself, but it seems kind of cheap. But you know, Pepsi's a big name and whatever. But don't want to go too deep into that. The big thing is, if you notice, the headlining, it does say Saint Pepsi. So I think the way he's getting away with this is because they told him he's not allowed to produce any more, or he's not allowed to release any more music. He's not allowed to release any more music on the Saint Pepsi moniker. Okay, but this week we saw H&M, the clothing brand, come out with a sweatshirt, as you can see here, that's very similar to his style. Okay, for those that don't know, it says right here, great vibes. Oh, how does that relate? He put out an album, Hit Vibes, and it even has like a Vaporwave little circle, and it's using the iconic red and blue. I don't know, now we're seeing corporate stealing from the independent artist. And, you know, it's kind of a gray line again because is Saint Pepsi even a thing anymore? Well, in retaliation, maybe Skylar's going to be showing up at 100% Electronicon with some clothes. You didn't hear it from me. On the same topic, again, of Skylar, he may or may not be releasing 4 new albums under the moniker Saint Pepsi. Again, legally, I cannot confirm or deny this. I'm just a news source. Take it as you wish. So if you do end up seeing the crew neck at H&M, I don't know if you want to purchase it. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the section below if you think we should support like H&M or Forever 21 ripping on the Vaporwave style. Is it Vaporwave selling out? Is it us selling out by purchasing it? I'm just interested in what you guys have to say. Another artist that I want to talk about is Tanuki. He's trying to get a lot of his music on the Spotify and Apple Music. So if you're using those platforms, definitely go check him out. I'll put a link to his Spotify page so we can go and support him. On the physical release side of things, there's only one thing I want to talk about, Desired. He just announced on the 31st, his album, The Sweetest Dream, will be releasing on physical and digital. It's going to have a vinyl and cassette release on Neon City Records. I know a lot of people already started complaining instantly that he announced that Neon City Records has like the worst record on physical releases, mainly because they just take forever to ship. And maybe if we call them out like on a video like this and we keep on putting pressure on them, maybe they'll figure out their thing. I've contacted Neon City Records and they're not very receptive to me, which I don't know why. They don't really have a good record on connecting to the customer. And so, you know, if we put pressure on them, maybe they'll change. I don't like the way they handle their customer service. They have some of the best artists in our scene on their label. But why do they have such a hard time on the customer facing side of things? And I know for one thing, and this is maybe another thing that kind of pisses me off, is they're in Hong Kong. Well, apparently they're in Hong Kong, which is like 30 minutes from me. And like I've contacted them multiple times to see if like we can figure out a way to meet up, see if we can align on vision and just see where they're trying to go as a label and trying to connect them to the customer because they don't really have a face other than their artist. And their artists promote them very well, but them as a label, they don't promote themselves very well. Again, it kind of sucks that our biggest label isn't one of our biggest proponents of supporting our scene. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I say that word a lot, don't I? I don't know, whatever. I'm kind of salty about it. We do have one concert this week that I want to talk about. Mikazuki Bigwave. He's a future funk Kiwi artist. He's a future funk kawaii artist, I would say. He's going to be in China, and I don't know how much of my audience is actually in China. If you are, definitely let me know, because I live in Shenzhen. He's going to be here the 14th, 15th, 16th, the 20th, and the 22nd. He's going to be visiting Guangzhou, Chengdu, Shenzhen, Beijing, one more, and of course Shanghai. Not in that order, but you can see the image in the show notes, or just right here, of those specific dates. I'm going to be going to the Shenzhen show. So I'll be at the Oil Club on the 16th. So if you're in Shenzhen, or if you're in that area, come and check out the show. I'll definitely be there. I'll see you guys there. And lastly, to wrap up this week, obviously a shout out for the meta side of things. We put out an interview, I put out an interview this week with Zero, who's a dark ambient artist. We had a great time discussing how to get Vaporwave artists out of the bedroom and into the concert halls, getting into that DIY scene and learning how to promote, how to get a venue to actually pick you up. It's all up to you to put that scene out there, and if you really care about your music and you want people to hear it, go out there and start doing those shows. So definitely check out that interview. Why it's super special is I put like a lot of time and effort into making it look like a music video. It's got 6 scenes and then a 7th scene that transitions. I'll put a link to that in the show notes so you guys can check that out. I think it's a great interview. I love the animation that I put into that. And yeah, if you guys want to support it, definitely check it out. I also want to do a quick shout out to my friend Clove. She's one of the first supporters of Musics to Hang Up before it really became part of the future funk and vaporwave scene. She does an awesome YouTube channel reviewing albums of just various genres. She's about to hit 1,000 followers. So if you want to go support her stuff and check her out, she has a great channel. She's got very good wit to her on how she presents her reviews. She does skits in between and stuff. I just really like her stuff. She's a supporter of the show, so I want to support her show as well. So definitely go check that out. I'll put a link to her Twitter and her YouTube in the show notes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I appreciate your guys' time and checking it out. I hope you guys are up to date on the future funk and vaporwave scene. You can find all the links to everything that I talked about in the show notes. Last thing I want to say is I want to shout out our only supporter on Patreon, Yoshiko. I appreciate you supporting the show. If you also want to support the show in a monetary way, for $1 you get shouted out on the podcast, or for $5 you get shouted out at the end of one of these episodes. And if you want me to shout out your Twitter, just let me know so people can come and check out your music. Definitely if you're like an artist and you want to get your name out there, this is one way to do it. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Speaking of Instagram, sorry to throw this out there so late, I'm going to be changing the way I use my Instagram. I've been posting everyone's digital and physical releases. And the problem is most of the scene isn't on Instagram for some reason, but a lot of the fans that listen to your music are. So what I'm going to be starting to do is do the daily news in a video form on Instagram. I don't want to put that onto YouTube right away, mainly because I don't want to spam our YouTube channel yet. So on Instagram, I'm going to be doing a daily video talking about the physical, digital releases, concerts that come up, and whatever news that shows up for that specific day. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, definitely go check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Cheers. Yesterday I put out that I was looking for music for the background of this episode. A bunch of people and labels put some suggestions in. I'm just going to cover the screen real quick of all the songs that we used, and I'll put in the show notes the specific timestamp so you guys know exactly which songs those are. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to that in the background. Thanks everyone for letting me use their music, and I hope you guys can support them too.
Put your